just work with the shields. But it will just be Grasp Cannon yet again, Demolish also in his inventory. I think it will be the Pacifist Cannon yet again. Not sure if I agree with the decision in general, though.
Yeah, I mean, not going AP into Malphite is a decision. Malphite has gone that area as well to potentially try and poke that cannon back, as you alluded to. I want to watch this bot lane. I don't think it'll actually be very interesting in the super early game. I don't think they can actually really do much to Ezreal, but it is going to be interesting.
I also think Eddie's surprisingly aggressive for an Ezreal pickup, as we see Glowy and Artifact really trading it off, and Glowy being very much happy with it, really going this way. If you trade even against the sustaining champion, you usually lose, because the Gragas with the Happy Hour passive will heal back up again. And Eddie goes pressy attack on Ezreal, so this to me tells me that he will play Ezreal like a Lucian with an army together, so he will be very aggressive, just asking for those E's and just going very far forward with his Arcane Shift potentially in these 2v2 situations. Lucian and Sona might just need a bit more time to really be up on that same power level. What I also find interesting is the Airy on the side of Nagia for the Malphite. Usually you would see Comet Malphite against squishy compositions, as you just guarantee with the Seismic Shard that also with the Slowed together the Comet will get a guaranteed hit. Also pairing it with Mana Flow is a very decent option for him. But we actually see this Comet being there for Glowy and the Gragas, and he of course can also very reliably apply the Comet hit as here we see it. Nice timing.
A skin we don't see very often on Gragas as well. Superfan Gragas. Very rare one.
Yeah, it's the Football World Cup one, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it in a while. It also doesn't look good, if I dare say that. It looks kind of swaggy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point.
I kind of like it. It's a goofy one. I like my goofy skins. But, we've got a first blood. But, no, we need to watch this first as a charm has landed. Glory, flash, and belly bops away. Down on the bot side, now the observers are griefing as 2 kills have gone back. Killer Queen happy with that. Yeah,
maybe I praised the observers way too early as they were showing the mid lane when they absolutely shouldn't have, as we see. I mean, pressy attack Aspel, I saw that. Like, it's maybe surprisingly aggressive, and maybe it was also a surprise for Vid and B as they were getting the first kill onto what Vid there, but B together with the Lee Sin, Killer Queen landing his skill shots, was able to clean up both kills. And yes, it's first blood down. It's the first blood for Ezreal as well. As here we see the replay of that again. It'll probably be him. Yeah, you see all the damage spells being there. And he even gets exhausted, but he still did so much damage. This will be a welcome surprise. Just flashing into this one. Giga Chud, Eddie, of course, being there. And Killer Queen, I mean, Killer Queen is now forced in this situation. He actually has to let the skill shots, but yeah, he just war top flash E, can't really miss that one. And then the second Sonic Wave means he gets a double kill. So they lose first blood and a kill for Ezreal, but also double kill for Lee Sin early game. I don't think T will say no to that one.
Yeah, no, I think you take that. You have this very fed Lee Sin. Lucian is still going to be able to hold his own in the lane. As Killer Queen now walking towards mid, moving on to Artifact. It's just going to be a bit of damage. Actually traded back with a nice charm out of this Ari. He doesn't care. And
wow!
Oh no, a dive has gone wrong.
Absolutely. Penguin being there also very low HP, and Nagia surviving this one. As we see another off-screen kill. I mean, I'm not sure if I can really fault the observers for this one. As that was not something that isn't really expected to happen.
Well,
either way, there's one kill. Yeah, actually, usually you would expect at least someone to die, no matter who. You usually should actually pan over this one. As you will see Nagia, I mean, he's just too tanky, man. I mean, Penguin, but how does he die from here? I think he just attacks him while being in turret range. What are you doing, man? What do you expect to happen?
Oh, that's yucky. I don't want to say that.
I think he expects to trade 1-for-1 and then a huge wave being lost for Nagia. And he was just maybe not expecting Nagia to be that tanky and him actually getting the kill at first. Maybe even healing back with Triumph and then surviving for the 1-for-0. But that's just not happening. Nagia is Malphite and Stone is tanky, so you lose. Don't attack him while you are on the turret.
That was shocking. Out of hero. Oh my word. Not the type of shocking that Cannon wants to be doing. Just the one that makes Twitch chat very, very upset. And you know what, Twitch chat? I'm with you. I'm upset too.
Yeah. Who's not upset is of course Vid, as he's a much worse ADC, but maybe good enough to carry this series, as he's down a few CS against the Ezreal. But at the end of the day, still okay-ish to really scale next to it in the lane. I expect the Ezreal Nami to actually scale worse than the Lucian Sona here.
Hang on, Killer Queen with an angle goes in. Artifact has to flash that Sonic Wave. Woo!
Oh, and Glowy.
Close.
overestimating his own damage. Eddie is, however,
in trouble. B going forward. Flash from Vit. B gets the kill. Now Zhu Hao chased off. They're going to try and take this kill, and they'll get it. Killer Queen not required.
Yeah, and I said they scale well. I mean, this is not even wrong, but if they already start winning right now, this is very doomed for the Ezreal Nami side, a very unusual lane pairing. They kind of have like, that's the funny thing, right? Lucian Sona is with Sona as the replacement Nami, and Ezreal Nami is like Ezreal as the replacement Lucian, and he just does such a worse job than the Lucian does here. He doesn't even have the double shot or anything as he goes offensively for Sona. He actually chose his fight, and with the bubble missing from sure, especially Vid can follow up with the flash on his own, playing it offensively. They can chase down the Nami easily. She's absolutely paper compared to them, and Vid just gets another kill here. So Drake now also the response from Team Wales as a result from that play, and they are absolutely swimming over Team Secret in this one.
That they are. At some point, Nagia has burnt this Malphite ult. Not too sure where that one went, but really no harm, no foul. It'll be up before he needs it, ideally. But with these kills sort of coming thick and fast, the Lucian rebounding after the early misstep. Team Wales now with a 2k gold lead, 1.5k maybe a little bit more accurately, and they seem very comfortable in this game.
They absolutely do. And it's not like they have any problems going evenly into the late game. They are actually more than fine right now. Killer Queen moves to the mid lane.
Gets the ultimate this time.
And an angry V from Glowy, because there wasn't really any follow-up to land. And the Spirit Rush, of course, defensively, basically just his way instead of a flash to really deal with all the incoming skill shots to be there. So Killer Queen, he didn't have enough. He goes for another one. This is like the fourth mid lane gank in the 8 minutes.
Oh, and he misses the Sonic Wave. A lovely charm there onto Glory, but he's okay. Glory must be very angry about that one. That was a guaranteed kill.
And I think if you're an insane, you still hit this Sonic Wave there.
Coming down, Vit in a lot of trouble, blown up. Eddie gets the kill.
Yeah, get the kill. Vit not pathing towards the correct side. And Killer Queen is still mid lane. Number 5. Artifact is not happy this game. I mean, he didn't really have a good split in general, and now he when he has a decent game, he just still gets focused down so much. Last game he was losing 1v1 20 CS on his own. This time again, but he just spams jungle diff, right?
Yeah, this is spam pinging on his jungler, begging for some help. But to be fair, Vit did use the time well. Going down bot lane, Hero very low, got Malphite ulted on. Does use that slicing Maelstrom to get away. But the cannon clearly has to respect the rock.
Absolutely, and it's ult for ult traded, and Malphite winning in the HP department very heavily. Of course, he is quite heavy, so it makes sense, but generally this shouldn't happen, right? Cannon should be the bullying one in this situation. And this time again, Hero going towards some tankier routes, but not the same tanky as it last game, right? He didn't start with HP, as he doesn't have that control over the lane as he had against the Cyan. Going for Mercs first, so he doesn't really fall to the AP damage and also to the CC itself from Nagia. It's just one adaptation, so he can scale into this game more easily. But it's looking very roaring for Team Secret. They actually should be at least even in this game, and this time it's even B. Yeah, Artifact. Artifact hates his life. I feel bad for Artifact, actually. He's not even playing that disrespectfully or anything.
Yeah.
First game, he was down 20 CS on his own. This time he's 20 CS, but with 5 jungle gangs and 1 support roam, arguably. And Killer Queen is again mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, they are really focusing on Artifact. It has ended up in quite a significant CS lead for Glory. There's nothing Artifact can do with how heavy this camp has been. Killer Queen now moving down to the bot side, has Rift Herald in his pocket if he wants to just drop it down. Team Secret playing very far back, very respectful.
Yeah, I mean, they have to, right? I mean, Killer Queen's dive rate would be there. You have seen them lose a 2v2 earlier on. Just the raw damage up from Lucian Zone is absolutely illegal and needs to be careful about. As they also don't have an exhaust or anything, as B has on his side. So definitely the crescendo needs to be respected. So Killer Queen being there, definitely showing some presence, making himself known. And they managed to secure that second plate in the bot lane. Are down a few CS, but at the end of the day, that's probably within the realms of being fine for them. As Team Wales definitely, even after giving this one kill over to the Wukong gank, where Eddie got the kill itself actually, was of course something that hurt them, but overall still a very smooth sailing for them in the general scheme of things.
That it is. Malphite ultimate once again up on the top side if Nagia wants to go for a pop. Probably wants to poke Hero down a little bit before he goes for any all-ins.
Nagia is not really respecting him all that much, right? I mean,
No, he is not.
just now the 15 CS
Oh,
get
and
it
look
there,
at
but
this.
that's all
Guess where they're ganking? It's Artifact again.
Oh, that poor man. Not even the cask thrown by Glowy though this time, because he was aware that it would just be an all for all threat potentially, with the Spirit Wash being available on Artifact side. As now Artifact also being covered a little bit. With the Drake spawning in a few seconds, it makes sense. Both teams kind of positioning around the objective. Yeah, Team Wales, however, have the better positioning around it, so in the charm lands, but look at the damage from Artifact, it's not that high. I mean, the poor man just got ganked 7 times in 12 minutes, and you cannot see the results of it. He's kind of underfarmed, and doesn't really have the power spike just yet.
Yeah, exactly. This is a bit of an anemic Ari, which is a real shame. But Dragon now on the map has been pulled out by Killer Queen. Vit needs to move around to get involved into this fight. Half health, it's resetting. Killer Queen needs to be careful, but in comes the Rock! And they get the instant one-shot onto Penguin. Ari follows him to the grave, and Team Secret are sent packing.
Yeah, sandbagging TP and Flash, well used by the side of Nagia to be ready for this play. Just the old classic bronze gameplay. We just have the unstoppable force, ready for the fight, getting the mid laner, getting the jungler. Jungler being down means no smite, so it will be the second break for them. 2 for 0, and that is a very well spent TP Flash combination.
Juhao tagged up. Killer Queen not quite insane enough to follow that in. As he does still have the Herald, so we'll be wanting to put that down. Its time is nearly done, and there it is. So they're going to push this lead even further. Nagia still here. Can blast Cone over. They know he's there. Penguin is having a bit of a play with him.
An Ultra's Malphite isn't really that much of a threat. I mean, you can just walk up to them and just use a seismic shot, and that's basically it. But here we see the Drake fight again. Nagia Flash ulting very beautifully. The cask also the follow-up. There's so much bouncy castling happening on the side of Team Wales, and there's no direct response by the side of Team Secret. I mean, Flash is up on the side of the Artifact. Didn't really get to use it there probably, and the Spirit Rush alone not enough to really get rid of all these CC targets that really want to lock him down, and so Artifact doesn't have a fun game so far.
Cannon ult used just to clear out the wave. Nagia could have potentially lost some CS, but he was there in plenty of time. Hero just going to move forward, use the Demolish proc to get himself some tower plates. Cannon getting a little bit further ahead in gold as Wales poking their head into the enemy jungle.
They absolutely do, and the aggression is not really relenting on their side, that they just keep moving forward with this composition that they have. It looks like a much more cleaner game than the first one. A lot more action despite not really being forced on their side. But they are just now, of course, in the know that they can play it aggressively. And Artifact!
Oh, crescendo. Artifact in trouble. Does Spirit Rush away, and now Killer Queen's gone too deep. But he gets the flash over the wall, and he lives! Penguin's on the hunt on the meantime. ADCs have traded, but a shutdown does go over to Penguin. So Team Secret probably up happy. Vit is in the middle of nowhere, and Hero is coming for him. Can they get the execute? He sidesteps. Can he get it? He can!
So good! Vit hit us turning his back for a win because he was off screen killing Eddie. The 1v1 ADC standoff in the meantime as this fight happened, with Artifact almost going down. It was looking a little bit clownish, but he actually managed to get away as Killer Queen did it. Here we see again what happened between Vit and Eddie in the direct 1v1. Oh, Eddie was focusing on the team fight, using the two-shot barrage towards the northwestern side, while Vit, could just do Lucian thanks to him. I mean, in the general ADC 1v1 standoff in the early game, Lucian very much favored against something like an Aswheel, especially with his ult not being the position to be used here. Cooling not even being used by Vit either way, to be fair. But definitely Vit finding an angle onto him and making this a 1-for-1 in the extended play. However, I think Team Secret can live happily with that, as they were getting a huge shutdown for Killer Queen and getting more money onto the Wukong so he can hit his power spikes.
Yeah, the gold injection from the Wukong is definitely welcome. Unfortunately, the tempo has gone Team Wales side. They should get a pretty uncontested Herald here, unless Team Secret wants to make me a liar. But in goes the Rock. Look at the damage. Juhao in so much trouble, taken down by Glory. They now hunt down Penguin. And now it's an uncontested Herald.
And now it is uncontested because the contest for him was really half done by the side of Team Secret. That's what I kind of hate, because they were positioning close to the Herald but not actually contesting. So they were kind of like getting the worst of both worlds, losing the fight and now will likely also loot the Herald. However, Team Wales pulling away from it. They were building so many resources for the fight itself, so maybe they aren't as confident in going for this Herald right now. or it might just be Killer Queen taking some time on some enemy jungle camps as he was getting this kill on towards Penguin, and just now returning to this Rift Herald, which will be what his option will be. So for the side of Team Wales, just another small W on their side. They get the second Herald, and they can of course use that one close to the Herald, close to the Hextech Drake spawn, and with that, now force Team Secret in an uncomfortable position where they have to either defend the Rift Herald push or contest the third Drake, and probably can't do both of this one. So Team Wales going closer towards Soul Point is a very likely future we have.
That it is. They sit about 2,000 gold ahead as well. Eddie has an Essence Reaver. He's still fairly dangerous on this Ezreal. Has actually been playing fairly well. But Vit just as threatening. Kraken Slayer complete for him.
But the positioning from the Secret just now doesn't even look too bad. I mean, the vision control is definitely there, and they are on the blue side, so they, for now, have the easier way to really start positioning around this Drake. So now on the side of Team Wales, they need to find a bit of an inside track against this and have to potentially face check this one. This will not be as easy. However, in the direct fair 5v5, it shouldn't be easy for Team Secret to do anything about it. So the Swift Herald, just now, to force a reaction of Team Secret, they will have to defend this Herald push, otherwise they just lose this mid lane T1 turret, the most important turret considering the overall map control. And this might just buy a bit of positioning, a bit of room for Team Wales to really sneak into this Drake area in.
Yeah.
But so far, Team Secret's reaction is kind of dull. It might just be another charge.
Oh, there's the collapse straight in onto Penguin, the crescendo, and the Malphite ult B will manage to get away. No, he finally falls to Hero. Lots of damage coming in, but it is traded back. A double kill picked up for Vit. Nagia is low, but he's also out of there. And Team Wales will win the fight. Ezreal ult does miss.
And I think B gladly die for a fight like this, with just getting both the jungler and the top lane, especially when the Drake is down. And B also getting out his dancing shoes and dodging some skill shots to at least survive a lot longer than initially expected here. So buying some time for the rest of his team, getting the sustain numbers up, getting the shield there, so Team Wales can win this fight in this death ball composition like situation. And just now starting off this Hextech Drake. Penguin however is alive, and it is a Hextech map, so with the gate he might just be able there to make it in time to be there for potential steal. So it's not as easy as we initially expected it to be for side of Wales to get the third Drake. I think it should be theirs, but Team Secret still has some fighting chance left, and I think Team Wales realizes that.
Yeah, Team Wales doesn't want to play with too much fire. They want to get this Malphite ult back up if they can. Crescendo as well, not too far away. But the Unstoppable Force is actually very, very close. So Nagia going to be an extreme threat in the next few seconds.
Oh, in a flank.
Glory doesn't quite work out. Really stuffs the engage. Just goes down, and that loses them the Drake.
That might just be the Drake, but Killer Queen is of course very better. See, here's execute. Go for it.
Oh, just misses it, and he pays with his life. Bit of a disaster for the Wales.
Disaster I wouldn't quite say, but definitely something where they kind of dropped the ball, giving away 2 kills and the Drake, which should have been theirs initially. Glory with the kind of botched flash body slam engage, so his engage kind of falls flat, so he could just get focused out by the side of Team Secret. On the Word of Aegis Gragas, he is a bit tanky, but not as tanky as a tank Gragas would be. So he's definitely someone you can really focus down. And Killer Queen tries to go for the steal. I understand why he does it, because it would be soul point for them. And also on the Lee Sin, he should have the upper hand if he actually lands the Resonating Strike execute damage. But however, just now, very shortly, not managing to do so. So Team Secret with a little bit of a comeback in this mid game here, where it looked a bit doomed for them initially.
It is an interesting situation, nonetheless, as it is still a gold lead for Team Wales, but 1k not super relevant at this phase. We need to look at item breakpoints. We do have a Lucian with a 2-item power spike, and I haven't seen an Ezreal in a long time, Crincy. I'm going to go ahead and guess that Lucian at 2 items is a bit more of a threat.
He is. He also has Mythic plus Legendary, so he gets a bit of free stats, while the Ezreal kind of doesn't really need a Mythic item, so he doesn't tend to build one. He just tends to stack these unique passive items, where he just goes for the Moor mana plus Essence Reaver item compensation, where he has a lot of cooldown reduction, he has a Spell Blade, and he has a lot of mana, so he can't really run out of mana in general. It is also like this old poke Ezreal item build. Recently we have seen more of those the Quick Blade bouts, where he actually goes crit, and then actually amplifies the crit damage for the Mystic Shot itself, and then just goes machine gun Ezreal. As long as he hits Q, he can just keep queuing again. But this is just more of the old classic poke S build. I think it's fine in general. The illusion power spike should be a bit stronger though, especially considering that he is also a little bit ahead of the S build right now.
For sure. As we crest the 21-minute mark, nothing really on the map at the moment, so it is just farm time for now. And Quincy, Team Wales are 2k gold ahead. Do they need to be pushing this lead right now?
I think they don't. I think they scale just fine into the mid to late game in this game. However, I think 2k gold in general also isn't really elite anymore. It's 22 minutes into the game. It's a little bit there. You do notice it, but it's not really like a game deciding or anything. The game is more decided by who really plays it out better in the mechanics department. Or is this cannon attribute really that useful? It's like the next question, because he's definitely on very...
Killer Queen moves in, boots Penguin back, going low, and they will finish him off. B getting that kill, has to flash out of the Baron pit, or the Worm was going to solo him. Sona with her precious 10
He would try to cancel. He would try to cancel like here, but this will instantly be the trigger being pulled for the Baron, because the jungler is down right close to the Baron in time and space. Next TP also now being close to them.
Malphite ult still available. Nagia goes in, gets straight on top of the Ezreal. Eddie takes so much damage. Killer Queen surfs over, finishes him off. Vid has picked up a double kill. An artifact sent running. I just want to praise Nagia for a second. So often, Malphites make the mistake of thinking, I have to hit 3 people. I have to do the big game-winning ult. He's not doing that. He's seeing one target and going, I'm killing you. And it's perfect. Just make the game a 4v5.
Absolutely, but take care. Penguin is close to the pit, and actually Artifact also has a spellbook smite.
Going in, takes it away. The smite is good. Baron goes down. Ooh, B going very low. They want to protect this buff. They can't. Artifact gets away as well, at least for now. Killer Queen bearing down on him. The flash comes out. Another barrel won't quite slow. So Artifact will slip away.
Kind of awkward to lose the bot lane right there, but I think they are still very much happy with the way it's currently going. As they got the Baron on 3 people, they still also got a lot of pickups just themselves as both Penguin, and he would try to go for either the steal or the Hell May play with the Slicing Maelstrom being there. So Team Mail's definitely happy to get this Baron and also having it translate for this next dragon. The last one they kind of botched it, but this one could be their way to get to Soul Point in this Hextech Soul game. So for them, the gold lead kind of minimal, but still kind of there. It's 4,000 gold, which is twice as much as earlier, but the gold in general just not being more about who hits which power spike at which point. And can Killer Queen get caught here? He can't. The Arrow Frost code wasn't hit in the middle, so he's not snared.
Yeah, as they are just moving in. 8 seconds on this next Hextech Drake. It's going to wing its way into the pit. Ezreal ult, just clearing out some minions, or at least shaving off their health. But I don't think Team Secret can contest this Drake. I think they just have to let Wales move up to Soul Point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this Drake has to be given. There's no way in to really go for this. I mean, the closest one would probably just be Artifact going for like the Spellbook Smite steal and combining it together with Penguin, but you don't want to suicide 2 people for this one, potentially, especially if those fights are hard to play. I mean, this is Malphite on the enemy team. It will be hard to fight anyway, so they should definitely get the hell out of dodge here.
There's a crescendo going in. They try and get the one shot onto Hero. They do it well. Nagia knocking up 3. They go in. Cyclone buys a lot of space. Should be allow them to disengage without losing anyone else, but the killer instinct is still good, and they get Penguin anyway. A slow onto Artifact. If he was any champion but Ari, he probably dies.
And I absolutely hate this decision making from Team Secret. Like, they weren't contesting, but they were still in the vicinity anyway, and they were just ready to get pounced on by this Malphite, by this Sona, by this Gragas with a flash explosive cast body slam combination, and this just net Team Wales 2 free kills, but they were already the Baron push. It would just been, okay, we give this Drake, but now it's, okay, we give this Drake and 2 kills and another turret, and it just didn't need to be that devastating for them, but it absolutely is. Like, why are you even there? It doesn't need to be.
And Nagia spots the perfect moment. In just a moment, we get the Yep Rock.
Yeah, Yep Rock. And the follow-up being there. Actually, the CC itself not really sticking that well, but it's just still something they can just chase out. It's 5v4, they have the lead, they have the Sona on the comp, and as long as the Sona doesn't die, any fight is playable for their side, even against the Nami, who kind of does the same thing, but worse right now. So definitely Team Wales very happy to fight these fights like this. Now it's a 6,000 gold lead, still relevant for them. Baron just now expired, but that was a very strong Baron power play. 4k gold is definitely not like the best Baron power play ever, but still something that they are happy with. And they are still taking structure, still taking standing gold. And Nagia 2-0-11 on this Malphite, Jackshaw Abyssal Mask. He isn't going to die anytime soon.
He is not. He is having a fantastic game on this tank. I'm very, very impressed with the gear so far. As another tower falls, even after the Baron, only one non-base tower still stands for Team Secret. You can guarantee Team Wales wants to change that pretty quick.
Absolutely. Yes. Charm being dodged by the safeguard from Killer Queen. Showing a bit of the prowess.
Lovely catch. Penguin has to flash over the wall, but Nagia says no. Follows him up, takes him down. Hero dodging away, will get slowed by the cast. In goes the party barrel as my speed freezes. And I'm getting a bit of a slideshow. I need some help, Quincy.
Yeah, either way, that just means that I get to play as a cask, knocks in artifact for the play, and Hero down his HP bar, but still able to get away with his life, as well as Zhuhao, who took a very huge chunk from Vid. It's just another kill, but the slideshow might just continue, and the TP is coming in, so it might just be a very strong push from Team Wales. Will just be the inhibitor turret falling, will be the inhibitor as well, but that's all she wrote, I think. I don't think Team Wales can look to end the game right here.
Yeah, I think it would be a little bit early with Penguin respawning now. Ezreal comes out doing some damage. Vit needs to be careful. Could get one shot. But no, they will be able to evacuate very well. They don't get that mid lane tower, but they don't need to get it. They got plenty already.
I mean, the damage is done, right? Bot inhibitor being down, Baron spawning in the bit in the mid. Actually, the inhibitor that's ideal for the Baron take is it's far away from the Baron itself, so Team Secret would be in a pincer here in either defending this bot lane super minion push, just at least putting one person to it, maybe even more, and on the same time, it could just be Team Wales going for this Baron area and just threatening to take the Baron altogether. TP, however, are not on their side, so it's not as big of a problem, and TP advantage is on the side of Team Secret as both their Solarians have that TP up available, so it won't be the end of the world. But now for Team Wales, it is, of course, just trying to play this Baron dance, forcing those TPs out beforehand, and then just playing the long game. They have 5 more minutes of the super minion pressure, and this should be enough.
Glory has to get out of there. The teleport coming in. There's 30 seconds on this Baron. They are committed. Artifact already here. Hero still has his TP. Can go reset. Has Hex Gates to redeploy as well. So could try and look for a teleport flank, but there's no real wards. Over the wall they go. B finds the play, and Eddie gets shut down. Zhuhao will follow him to the grave. In goes Hero, trying to get it done. Can only really get onto Killer Queen. Lots of shielding, lots of healing. B, Worth is waiting. Gold! As they move forward, none of them have died. Kennen goes down, and they are chasing onto Artifact, flashing away. Once again, Ari privilege displayed. But that is going to be Team Wales wiping them off the face of the earth.
And Screwsy objectives, they just go for the fight, they just go for the body numbers, getting 4 kills in this situation. Actually a good try for the side of Penguin and the Freeman squad to really extend this fight, but ultimately not enough to get even a single kill against this Sonar composition. Brilliant play by B. I like what Team Wales was cooking in this game, and what they were cooking were the 2-0 victory over Team Secret and getting them one step closer to the relegation.
A fantastic performance from Team Wales.